Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Welcome back, viewers. What I'm going to cover today is XEN appliance, OpenFiler appliance for XEN. So, first of all, I'm going to show you what is the website for OpenFiler. It's openfiler.com. It's open source storage appliance software. If you go to the It's simply lovely. It has this NFS, CIFS, NIC bonding, iSCSI, lot of stuff which you would need to do manually is done through web interface. You go to, where is that? Products. Go to download. And okay, here they have let me expand the view a bit, increase the font size. Okay, so 2.3 is the latest version by this time. This is the installer image, ISO image, installation ISO image. This is for 32-bit and this is for 64-bit machines. Okay, if you download this one or this one, you would need a physical machine on which this thing will install. If you've got VMware, you can download either of these two. So this will be set up as a VMware appliance. And if you have ESX server, want to run OpenFiler as a virtual machine inside ESX server, you download either of these two, again for 32 and 64-bit. And if you've got this XEN server, which is closed source, not closed source, which is commercial, then you would download this one or this one. And if you've got XEN like this one, like we have open source XEN, then you download this domain U file system either for 64-bit or 32-bit. So what I've done already is I've already clicked this download from here, and I already have this stored here. See, OpenFiler 2.3 x86-64, because you know that I have 64-bit machine here which I'm going to use. Fine, what's going to be the procedure? Okay, now pay attention. We are going to create a disk. There are going to be two types of, or at least two disks which we will create. One disk we will create for OpenFiler to work. It's boot. It's going to be the root disk for OpenFiler itself, the OS itself. And then we are going to give it a large disk, separate disk optionally, which it will use to provide storage to the other machines, either VMs or physical machines. Okay, so this is already downloaded. How it's going to be used? Fine. We need to create a VM. What we are going to do is, let's write here. Okay, let's write here. We are going to create a 3 GB disk for OpenFiler root/file system. It doesn't need much, so 3 GB is very enough for it. It handles its logs itself, so it keeps rotating them so the disk doesn't get doesn't get used up. So this is one we are going to do. We are going to 3 GB disk. It's going to be an LVM in my case. Otherwise you can create a disk as well, okay, disk image as well, but since I've already shown you that how LVM is powerful, I am going to create an LVM. Then we are going to create additional storage LVM/disk and attach to OpenFiler. We can call it, let's say, 10 GB of slice or whatever. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. And once we create this 3 GB disk, we are going to create two partitions, one root and one swap. Then we are going to extract OpenFiler tarball into root, and then create a PVM by hand and start it. Fine. So you can do this additional storage after starting our virtual machine, XEN OpenFiler, or you can do it between 1B and 1C. It's up to you. It's not important. So I'll save this file and I'm going to follow these steps. Okay. In fact, I have already done this once for you. I've already saved this in a separate text file for you. So I'm going to refer to my text file occasionally during this this session. Alright, so minimize this and I'm going to clear this screen. cd/etc. We don't need to go to etc, just clear up the screen, and LV scan. Okay, what does LV scan shows us? Okay, LV scan shows us that we've got these logical volumes, and that makes about 10 and total 15 GB already used. What is VG display status? It says that it is a total of 50 GB here, and 15 GB is already being used and 34 GB is free. So that's more than enough for us to experiment. So I'm going to do an LV create. So I'll just recall a command if I have, Control R, LV create. Okay, it's there. Create it as LV create OpenFiler disk. Okay, this is going to be the main OpenFiler disk, 3 GB. Okay, create this LVM created. LV scan should show that this is created. I don't have to do kpartx at this moment. I just have to do fdisk. This is what I was mistaking. Fdisk /dev/disk store and OpenFiler disk, because still a raw disk. Print for partition table, nothing defined here. Create new partition, primary partition, number 1, first cylinder, press default, enter. Last cylinder plus 3000 M for 3 GB. Print. Okay, press new, press P for primary partition and give second number 2, and press enter for default first cylinder, press enter default for the last cylinder. That would bring the partition table as this one. So it's like roughly 2.9 GB for OpenFiler disk partition 1. OpenFiler disk partition 2 is going to be about 200 MB in size, which is, I'm going to change the type of partition 2 to 82, which is Linux swap. See, change type to swap. Okay, print. Okay, so this is now what I like to see. So I will save these changes. Okay, I will do part probe, and now if I'll do kpartx minus list of this physical device, disk store physical device is going to be this one, OpenFiler disk. It shows me that has got 2 partitions in it. So I'm going to mount first mount it on in kpartx, like kpartx minus add this physical device, and once I check dev mapper, these two partitions are now showing here properly. Fine. Right, so now what? Now we are going to format this partition, this one. Make E2FS. Note it is not mounted on the OS, it's mounted through kpartx. Make E2FS minus J slash dev slash mappers slash OpenFiler disk1. Okay, so it's formatted. Now I can mount it, extended 3 slash dev slash mapper slash OpenFiler disk1, which is partition 1, 2 slash media slash OpenFiler slash mount slash OpenFiler partition 1. Done. Press, not press, issue this command mount, and you would see it mounted here. cd slash mount slash OpenFiler 1 list, nothing here. Now this is, if I type df minus h, this is what is your root disk for OpenFiler appliance. So we are going to extract xzf. Remember, we are here and list is empty. So tar xzf slash data cd images OpenFiler 2.3 x8664 tar.gz. Okay, so press enter and it extracts. Okay, it's extracting. This is how much in size? I remember it was not much in size. Okay, list slash data cd images minus lhtr. Okay, so OpenFiler is just 185 megabyte, but it will expand to about 1 GB. You notice the slowness, it's because it has very less RAM. So you can easily go with to 512 MB. Because domain 0 has nothing to do, it's just forwarding packets from this place to other place and writing to and from different memory areas. Okay, still extracting. After it is extracted, we'll check the df-h output again, that how much it has occupied. Right now it's already it's only occupied 69 MB before we issued this extraction command, and 2.6 GB was free. So we'll see after extraction how much it has. Okay, it's done. So df-h, so it has used about 1.7 GB and 900 MB is still free. Okay, you check list, so you will see all these files here. Before it was only lost and found, and this time it is all these directories which are found on the root of any Linux file system. Our task here is half done. Now we just have to exit out of this directory, go to, let's say, /temp, because we want to unmount slash mount slash OpenFiler 1. Once unmounted, we are also going to unmount this whole disk from kpartx minus delete, and when we are going to mention that, disk store OpenFiler disk disconnect this disk. Okay, done. LV scan tells us that this 3 GB LVM exists. Now I'm going to create a virtual machine which would use this LVM, this disk. Okay, there's one thing which I forgot, so I better show it to you so you also remember that, and I'll show it to you in a moment. I'll actually let it give that error first, and then I'll show you how to fix it. Okay, so time to create a VM image. So let's go to etc XEN. You can basically copy any PVM, Linux PVM, and save it as this file. I've already created this for you. This is going to be OpenFiler VM. I'm going to show you what I've typed in here. Nothing special, just the name. Give it some RAM, give it some CPUs. Bootloader is going to be the same. This thing same, this thing same, this thing same. In fact, till here everything is same as any other VM. Disk directive is same, but the address is OpenFiler disk. Now I'm going to check my LV scan. Okay, it is OpenFiler disk. If you're not sure, you can always copy it and paste it here, but since it's already correct, I don't need to change it. Make sure it's XVDA and writable. This is a special parameter you need to pass, that root is dev xvda1, and that is exactly what the truth is. We created a root partition inside this disk. Remember, we created a partition inside it, and we intend to use that as root, and that partition once comes here through this naming scheme, it would become xvda1. So xvda is your disk, and xvda1 is going to be your root partition. Okay, bridge, I've not specified any MAC address which would be assigned to it at runtime, and virtual frame buffer is also needed so that you can view its console output. Okay, I'm going to run it by, let me open this here. It does not show in virtual manager. Okay, it's not here. I'm going to do xm create open VM, OpenFiler -VM, enter. It should show domain started. Okay, and you go to virtual manager. Here it is. Double click. Come on. See, it has booted off. No worries about that. But it's stuck here. You see, file system extended 3 unable to resolve, label is equal to root. Normally in any Linux distribution, when you install, the root partition will get a label as // which indicates root. But here, for some funny reason, these OpenFiler guys, they decided that they would label the root partition as root, ROOT, and that is exactly what it is trying to find. Since we did not label our partition while we were creating it and populating it with the tarball, there is no label on it, and that is exactly why this system is not booting up. You see this Control D for maintenance message, and essentially you are stuck here. It's not so bad. Press Control Alt, press select this shutdown, force off. Yes, force it off. It's gone from here. Okay, so what's missing? Okay, since the machine is shut off, we can again play with its LVM. So time to k part x minus, first check the LV scan. Okay, it's there. So I'm going to use in this terminal kpart x minus list of this device. Same as before, I'm going to add the mapping for this device, and I'm going to check the dev mapper directory. So this is there already, and this second partition is also there. Okay, fine. Now I'm going to see what its label is. E2 label and /dev/mapper OpenFiler disk 1. Oh, no label, and I'm going to label it as root. Enter. Check again by reissuing this command, and this time you see this word root. This is the label of first partition in this disk. Okay, that's all we needed to do. I'm going to unmap it again by using kpart x minus delete the mapping for this physical device or whatever. Press enter, and essentially it's ready. So I will just boot it again, and I will keep my virtual machine interface ready. Alright, press enter here, and started domain, see here, started, and it's booting. Alright, it's booting now. It has crossed this place, this point, mounting root, and starting all sorts of services now. It's a lovely appliance. I'll do a full screen for you like this. Okay, it's booting. Light HTTPD service. SmartD has failed. No problem. We'll just disable SmartD in the first place. Send mail. I don't need send mail. NTP. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. Now, what does it show you here? It shows you this OpenFiler logo or whatever. This license, small little license, or the notice, and it gives you this informative line, come on, that your web administration GUI is at HTTPS 192.168.122.49 port 446, and this is exactly what I'm going to do now. View full screen, not okay. Undo and minimize this, and open a web browser within this physical host. Okay, it's important. If I open a web browser in my laptop here, I won't be able to browse to that address because 192.168.122 is local to every XEN machine, every host machine or virtualization host. Alright, so I'll do new tab. I'll type 192.168.122.149. Was it 149? Yes, 149:446, and it was on HTTPS. So this was the address. I'll press enter. Will give me a certificate. Okay. Oh, didn't find it. 192.168.122 dot. Is it 149 or 49? Let's see. Dot 49. Sorry, dot 49. So dot 49. Okay, security certificate, add exception. Yes, get certificate, confirm security. Okay, so this is your OpenFiler web GUI. You type OpenFiler, type password as password, which is the default, which you should change as soon as you are done with your experiment. Very beautifully laid out web interface, I must say. It has got this all the system information in the first page: IP, processor, RAM, cache size, disk size, usage, etc. Notice. Okay, system. This is the system. DHCP is running. No, it will get its IP from DHCP. Sorry. Network access. Who will access this machine? How many volumes are here? How many physical volumes? What is the quota? How many shares? What services are running? At the moment, all services are disabled, so you can just start this iSCSI service, iSCSI target service. Okay. You can disable it again. Right now its status is enabled. Various user accounts and a lot of other stuff. It's a lovely appliance for storage and performs very well. Very well. It rivals the storage guys or those big guys out there. If configured correctly, it's very good and very economical to use as well. So fine, this was just a very brief introduction. If you click volumes here, you will see no volumes here. Okay, create new physical volume, but you only see XVDA, which is 3 GB, and you cannot create further volumes out of it, right? You can add a volume, but you don't have any disks right now. So what are you going to do? I'm going to leave it right here, minimize this, go back to my terminal. Where is that terminal? Here. And not even here. I will go back to my physical host interface. This is interesting stuff which you are going to see now. I am going to create another LVM, and I'm going to call it LV create. I'm going to call it, like, I will give it 10 GB of space, and I will call it OpenFiler storage. Okay, large storage or just storage, and will create this slice out of this large volume group named disk store. Press enter. So this 10 GB LVM is created, and we are going to present this 10 GB LVM as a disk without partitioning it. We are going to present this 10 GB disk to our OpenFiler appliance. First do an LV scan again and see if it exists. Yes, it exists here. Great. Fine. I need to attach it. If there's a way to directly attach it while the machine is running, means the VM is running. So I'll use the command xm attach. It's not here. So I'll use my own document and I will search for xm attach block attach. Sorry. Let's see if I have block attach here, so it will make my life easy. xm control R block xm block. No, it's not here. Never mind. To issue this command, I need to find the ID of the domain of the OpenFiler virtual machine, this domain U, and I'm going to provide this device, new disk, as XVD XEN virtual disk B or virtual device B as writable. Okay. So what is the ID of my OpenFiler VM? I'm going to find it. There are two ways. Do xm list. You can also do virtual shell list. Okay, so OpenFiler has this ID of 28. Same is being shown here. So I'm going to use the command xm block attach. Block attach what? This device. But the syntax is okay. Block attach no 28 ID 28 block attached to ID 28 and sorry physical. Okay, go back here, physical colon physical colon full path. What is the full path of my LVM? Click here, check the full path, copy, paste here, close this single quote because that's the part of syntax, and provide XVDB and writable separately. Okay, so XVDB and writable. It's important to use correct sequence letter here. If you already got one physical one disk in your VM, then it's naturally going to be XVDB. If you already got two disks in your VM, then those two disks are XVDA and XVDB, so this is going to be XVDC. Remember, we have not created any partitions in it at this stage, nor we need to. So block attached to ID domain ID 28, attach this physical device, this whatever storage device, as this device and writable. Okay, press enter and attached. Once you go here in the web interface, you reload this web interface and it should show here immediately. See, XVDB has appeared here, 10 GB of size. Great. Now you can do all sorts of stuff like add volume and create logical volumes out of it, create logical unit numbers out of it, also known as LUNs, etc. And then you can allow access to different machines through IP access. That is beyond the scope of this video right now. We'll be covering that. We'll be covering that in the coming videos when I'm going to cover OpenFiler in detail, because I'm going to use OpenFiler now for the live migrations and all that. So this is going to be interesting. Right now, even this Xen virtual machine, OpenFiler virtual machine, will also work as storage to machines local to this or to machines within this physical host. That means my PVM CentOS, this virtual machine, can use some storage from this OpenFiler storage server. Even domain even other domains like Windows, if I do virtual shell list -- all, even Windows, if I install proper iSCSI drivers, it will connect to this virtual machine. But nothing out of this box, this storage box right now, nothing else from outside can connect to it, because it's on private IP 192.168.122. If I change that to Xen Bridge right now, then this VM will be part of my LAN here, public LAN, and then I can use this storage, and I'll show you how we can do that in the later videos, not now. So let's conclude this video. I wanted to show you how OpenFiler, what is OpenFiler, and how we can use an OpenFiler appliance and set it up as Xen domain U as PVM, and it would still work and everything would be just great.